Transition. What up, guys? C.W.G. 7263 talking. Yeah, and we're on here as well. It's nice to see you to the left.
I don't know what you mean.
It's nice. First and foremost, people who don't know, this is Leon, and he's in Ollie Devo. There he is. What up, Ollie? How are you, pal? Nice to see you. Talking about Ollie hasn't been in my stream in God knows how long. How are you, pal?
I bet he's been there and you just not noticed it.
Nah, maybe.
Stalking you.
Stalking. It's nice to be stalked every now and again. But as you can tell from the title, we are talking predictions for tomorrow night's
Clash
of the Castle. Live in England.
Mental.
30 years.
30 years.
30 years, and it's over here.
I mean, we're talking Wembley last time
Yeah.
of a proper pay-per-view. I know a lot of people always keep going, but they're here every year. Every year they're here. Live shows.
They might be here every year in live shows, but the fact of the matter is, this is first and foremost live. I've just gone live, haven't I?
So just come up with what? I don't know what you mean, right?
Wrestling. But, yeah, the first pay-per-view in 30 years over in the United Kingdom. That's revolutionary in our minds in wrestling.
But it's something that's a long time in coming.
Yeah, I agree.
It should have happened so many, years ago.
Yeah.
Just never. Vince has never accepted the British public as good enough for a pay-per-view, but he gave us a brand. Oh no, the shit on the brand, but there we go.
I will be getting that practice in, dude. Don't you bloody worry about it. But thank you for being in the stream, pal. I appreciate you being here. How are you? But
Are you been getting whooped on Tackard, my friend?
I will be.
I will be.
I will be because
You're not already being whooped.
I will
be
be. I will be whooped. Knowing John, I'm gonna get my botanical arse handed to me. So yes,
Easy.
it's gonna be one of them nights. Can you hear us nice? Can you hear us nice and clear? Just.
Can you hear me? No, you can't.
Yes,
Oh,
we can. Right.
Yeah. Very nice.
No one wants to see John win. Trust me. Well, this is where your boy comes in and.
Jonathan.
Well,
we're not going to see him.
We're not going to see him.
We're not going to see him.
But But first off, how was your trip down?
They were all right this time. It was all right, yeah. I'm getting used to it.
Yeah.
Getting used to it now.
Because he's come all the way down from Wakefield, and which is like
Yorkshire.
Hey, I'm
from Yorkshire with me flat cup.
But
Give me my barrow, you bull.
But it's as always, it's freaking good to see you here, mate, and it's nice to see you in this.
And welcome to, thank you for letting me into the office.
No,
Because
it's not a bloody.
What are you doing?
I thought I called that.
I did not catch it.
I think I did.
I think you've just mullered it.
I mauled it to death, I think.
I don't want to see you mull it. Pull that away.
But yes, it's nice to actually not see my face just on camera. It's nice to actually have the interaction with the man on the other end of the microphone instead of making all the tough calls.
Yeah, but now, I can't sit there going, on me vape.
Of course you can, because the door's open. If you want to have a smoke, you're more than welcome to have a smoke.
It's going to go that way.
It'll be fine. Then I'll open the door and just... Seriously, if you want to vape, you're in the confines of my office now, man. You can do whatever you want. Literally. There we go. See? So, ladies and gentlemen...
When I was a young boy, you see, I used to use a pipe.
So, as 4 people in, thank you very much for coming in, ladies and gentlemen. We are talking, as you can tell from the name of the stream, we're talking the predictions for tomorrow's monumental WWE pay-per-view. Historical pay-per-view. We have 5 matches on the card.
so far.
has been announced. But the one that we are talking about straight away
No,
is...
don't you dare go to the top.
Oh, no, no, no. We will go straight to the bottom.
I'm going to say.
We will go straight to the bottom, and we will
Nobody wants us to start at the top.
go to...
I don't. Do you really think that's going to be the first match?
I reckon possibly
Is the new one added on that list?
the new one.
Wasn't there a new one added?
I don't think so.
There were 5, weren't there?
Yeah.
We got there.
Mac-
1,
1,
2,
2, 3, 4, 5,
6.
6 matches. Yeah, 6 matches announced. Right, the first one, I reckon.
To talk about.
I don't want to be the first one, but it is
They're not.
our Irish-born.
Oh, maybe they will. For that home crowd pop.
Yeah. For the first match of the night, I think. The first Irish-born WWE champion, Sheamus, takes on... I'm not going to call him that.
He is.
I'm not going to call him that.
Gunther.
No, it's Walter. Walter. He's going to have a very red chest by the end of the
Oh
night.
god, yeah.
What are your thoughts on Gunther defending the Intercontinental Championship against...
You see, we were talking about this earlier, and we have different opinions.
Yes, we do.
Very much so. I mean, for me, this is the time where Trips is definitely pushing Gunther,
Yeah.
Walter, to the moon.
Yeah.
He's definitely probably next in line after when the Seaman returns. He'll probably go up into that front running. And they need people, obviously, at that top end.
Yeah.
That's why they're going to eventually separate the belts. We'll talk about that later.
Yeah.
So, for me, I think, unfortunately, Gunther, Walter, is retaining.
I think Sheamus is winning because they won't end up having...
Put it this way. If Sheamus wins,
Drew's losing.
Drew's an out.
Chin chin.
Ooh.
Chin chin.
You see who's the boring one around here? Driver, you see.
Designated driver. But looking at this picture now that's on...
That we can see, but you
we
can't.
can see, but you can't. Bruiserweight needs to come back.
Well, this is it. This is a good time for Bruiserweight.
This is a good time to be wrestling fan. Way! Monkey subscribed! Monkey! Ollie. Oh, he gifted a sub. Thank you very much, Ollie. I appreciate that, brother.
That's my subscription dance.
Yeah. Thank you so much.
Ollie Devo. Devo.
Appreciate that, dude.
Ollie Devo.
Ollie Devo! But,
legend, by the way.
Yeah.
Ollie Devo. Legend.
Yes, without a doubt.
Fantastic. It's emotes. My emote is amazing. Mine. And my logo.
You know why I'm looking.
No, don't do it. Don't do it.
I need another one. I actually need another one. I've got one as me, as Uncle Sam. That's the only one I have.
Oh no.
That's the only one I have.
Keep making one. You've got loads of time.
Got no time in the frigging world, mate. I've literally got no time in the world, but I get it done.
Come on.
So, Gunther versus Sheamus. Sheamus, put an order in, pal. I will indeed, brother. I think he's going to win because they are pushing him to the moon at the minute.
Sheamus. Do you think they're pushing
Yeah.
Sheamus?
Oh, yeah. 100%. They're definitely pushing
And you're
him.
not thinking, though, that they push Sheamus to put him in a good position for Clash at the Castle? Just to make Walter's win all more impactful. Remember, as well, Walter was the UK champion for God knows how long.
For a very long time.
In the WWE's eyes, Walter is UK champ.
Yeah.
He is part of the UK. So maybe they're thinking, Gunther, Walter will get the pop as well.
Well, we went to WWE live a few years ago. Me, a friend of mine called Ben, and his cousin. And the opening match was Bruiserweight Pete Dunne versus Gunther. And it was a popping match. Literally, he came out with a red chest. And Walter looked so... I keep calling him Walter. And Walter came out...
You were calling him Gunther. Now
Yeah,
you're
I
calling
know.
him Walter.
But he came out and he had such a good match. Good evening, Monkey! What's
What's up, boy?
What's up, man?
What's up? What's up?
But it was such a good match. It really was such a good match. But I think this Sheamus versus Gunther match is literally... Yeah. Sheamus.
It's not Sheamus, as in Sheamus Baszler.
Yeah.
Sheamus Baszler.
Sheamus versus Gunther is going to be one of them hard-hitting matches. Someone's end up going to come out with a red chest.
I mean, it would be fantastic for a situation where, let's say, Sheamus is winning.
Yeah.
He's kicking some ass. Butch is looking like he's going to help Sheamus.
And then a switch.
Butch turns, does Sheamus over, joins up with the new Imperium. And rips off his Dutch Butch rubbish. And he's wearing the Bruiserweight gear underneath.
Well, he was wearing the... There was a show the other week where Pete was wearing his Bruiserweight gear. There's a picture somewhere online of someone in the audience taking a behind the back shot of Pete Dunne.
And he's got the gear
and
on.
he's got Pete Dunne's gear on. So I think this is coming up to the end of the whole the whole Butch era.
I think Gunther will stick his name. I think Gunther likes it. I don't think he'll go back to Walter.
But how good does he look?
But he's slimmed out somewhat rotten, hasn't he?
Yeah, he looks the part where he's beefed up. He looks fantastic compared to how when he first came in.
Absolutely, yeah.
But
I agree with that.
But we are hitting you with Gunther for the win, and me for the Irish. The first Irish-born WWE champion, Sheamus. I reckon he's going to...
Like I say, if Sheamus's hand is raised, Drew's is down.
Mm-hmm.
That's all I can say.
I hope that's not the case. People who are in the chat, if you want to drop your predictions for the event, by all means...
Monkey!
Yes, Monkey, Ollie, whoever wants to...
Cough, mate.
Right, the next match. I don't think it's going to be on next. Gunther.
Nice choice, sir.
So...
I'm excited for this. And I'm not a tag team man, but the ability to see these people live.
But the fact that, I mean, I saw Edge wrestle.
Spoilers. What the next match is.
Yeah. I mean, no, it's not. I mean, yeah.
You're not even introduced what match you're on about.
Match we're talking about is Edge and Rey Mysterio taking on the Judgment Day. I think I've seen Edge perform. I saw Edge perform in 2004. It is now 14 years later, and the dude is back in the ring. Where 10 years ago, he had to... No. Yeah?
10 years?
10 years ago, the dude had to give it up because of a career-threatening injury.
I mean, the majority of people watching this will probably know all this, but I know where you're coming from.
And the fact of the matter is that the guy is he's pushing 50, and he can still go at a young man's level.
Yeah, no, he does.
Do you know what I mean?
It's not like a, Ric Flair when he came back at those sort of ages. Ric Flair looked old.
Ric Flair looked fucking a day over dead.
Hogan, when he was that age, he couldn't do it. You know, all these big guys who, couldn't stay big. Edge stayed big.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get you.
But these two men are former WWE Tag Team Champions. The first ever. No, second. They are the second WWE Tag Team Champions when they got brought back.
What, together?
Yeah,
Was it?
yeah. The first SmackDown WWE Tag Team Champions when
Edge and Ray.
when Stephanie brought them back in 2002. It was Edge and Rey Mysterio versus Kurt Angle and Chris Benoit.
We're not allowed to say his
We
name.
can't say his name.
Can't say his name.
And
Just call him the Wolverine.
just call him the Crippler. Mr.
No.
Mr.
No. You can't call
No,
him the
they
Crippler.
can't call him the Crippler either. That opens up some doors. Jesus Christ. Let's take a swig of that. Yeah, the rabid Wolverine. How about that?
No, he's the Crippler.
The rabid Wolverine.
Oh, Chris.
I know.
You make me laugh.
I know. It's just a shame my name's Chris because it's pointing directly at him. But they won the tag team titles, beat those two, became the champions, and then lost at Survivor Series in a triple threat tag team match to Los Guerreros. You really, if you haven't got the network, pay $9.99 a month.
You really think I don't pay $9.99 a month?
I know you do. The problem with Rey Mysterio is he always tries to walk it into the net. I don't know where to go with that, Ollie. But I really don't know where.
He's always trying to walk in the net, right?
Yeah.
He's one of those players. At least he's trying,
Yes.
mate.
But
what are you doing?
I'm sticking the chat up because I'm looking over there and can't see a bloody thing.
But now we can't see the matches.
We can. Because I can.
And now I can see myself in a really weird pose.
There we go. Right, okay. Right. Hang on. Collapse. No, not collapse.
Try to make it look like we froze.
Right. Help. Pop out chat. There we go. There we are.
Should have transitioned that, while you're doing all that.
Yeah, I know. So where's that chat gone now? There it is. Okay. So we bring...
Don't mind us.
Yeah, don't mind us at all. Right.
Live.
I know.
He's just doing it on
I know.
YouTube.
Right, okay. Here we go. Right, okay. We've got the chat. We've got everything open now. Right. It's the iCrowd. We don't know anything about... Yeah, about football. Yeah. I know it. Right. Yeah, so you've got former tag team champions in Rey Mysterio and Edge. It brings the whole Dominic. It's all right. It brings the whole Dominic Mysterio into fruition as well, where you've got Edge overshadowing, where him not wrestling and choosing Edge over him. He needs the experience from Edge.
So do I get where you're going with this now? So you're putting across that we're going to get a Judgment Day win.
Yes.
In which Dominic turns on Ray. And this is the start of Dominic Guerrero.
Yep. 100%.
Okay.
That's why the mullet's in. I've said this for months. And what the thing is as well, with all this wrestling training, I said to you a few weeks ago about this in a WWE live stream. How is it that that Dominic Mysterio has had all this wrestling training?
And still can't wrestle. Sorry.
Can't. Well, I didn't say that. And he's still getting bodied by Rhea Ripley.
Who would not want to get bodied by Rhea Ripley?
I completely agree with that. But
I'd be like, yeah, please, sorry.
But
But why are you putting Rhea down? Rhea is a big woman.
Rhea's a fantastic, strong woman, and Dominic isn't for the size that Dom is. You'd think he'd be a mat-based wrestler, but he goes to the top. He's
Well, it's got to be Luchadora, though.
Yeah, I know, but he's like 6 foot tall. He's 6 foot. The dude is.
Don't say that.
No,
Don't know why you're looking up.
I know. I'm trying to pop something out, but no, not like that. You dirty bastard.
Oh, your flair.
You'd think Dom would be mat-based wrestling. Leave the high flying to the little guys. I know that sounds real bad.
But you've just said like two pretty stereotypical things.
Yeah, I know. I know.
Not only have you just had to go about Rhea Ripley bodying
Bodying rivals,
Dominic Mysterio.
Dominic Mysterio.
And then all of a sudden now you're saying that he shouldn't be
But
doing what he can.
I think he should stick to what he's. He looks too flippy floppy for a 619 every time he does it.
Basically, you're trying to suggest that because he's a bit gangly, he doesn't look good doing the flippy floppity flop.
No.
Okay.
But as much as I like Dominic, as much as I do like Dominic, I don't think.
Sorry.
It's
Excuse
all
me,
right.
John. Sorry about that.
I don't think he's very strong in the ring.
I don't think he's a strong wrestler.
Compared to Ray, where Ray's been doing this for like 25 years.
So that's the important bit.
That's the important bit.
20,
He's been doing it for 25 years.
Dominic's been doing it for like 6.
Yeah. But I don't know.
What? You lost your trail.
I've lost my train of thought. I reckon.
Point being,
Let's Judgment
go back
Day.
to the point. Yes.
Judgment Day are winning this match on Saturday night.
Do you feel the Judgment Day have been shafted with Edge leaving?
I think they could have done so much more with Edge, with him being in control.
Yeah.
But I do like the fact that you've got now the first Universal Champion Balor running this. But because Balor's got so much untapped potential, he wasn't a very likable guy by Vince. He was not a very...
Oh, Vince hated him.
He was not a Vince McMahon guy at
He was
all.
a big, strong, sweaty man, weren't he?
Where...
Vince McMahon was a big, sweaty man.
Where...
Vince McMahon was a big, sweaty man.
where Trips, he was a Balor fan because he made him the first ever 2-time
Universal Champion.
NXT champion.
Yeah, he did. But that's because Balor was so charismatic, but a massive talent in the ring. But the problem with main roster is it is full of big sweaty men.
Yeah. And
if you can't win over the crowd, no, it's not win over the crowd. You can't win over Vince McMahon. You're never going to win over creative.
No.
So I can see him flourishing better under Trips, but I think he's been tarnished too much. When he went back to NXT as the Prince, it was fantastic, and he was legitimately a good wrestler.
You could see that how good he was in NXT.
And then when he came straight back, I know they were trying to still be Prince, but it just won't working.
No.
I still think it's not working.
Because there's some people that like the NXT program who don't watch main roster.
Yeah.
So when people who watch main roster wrestling don't give a crap about NXT.
No.
But I think now with HBK running it, because he's been put back to exec or something.
He's got to go back to black and gold. It's got to. Then again, you've wasted a lot of money on a lot of graphics and stuff. But yeah. Well, let me crack out this one for you.
Go for it.
Are you ready for this?
Go for
so,
it.
I think this has been extremely long-term booking.
Right, okay.
The Edge turn was done literally because of what's going to happen. And what's going to happen is, during this match, yes, Dominic is going to turn on his dad, but so is Edge. And it's going to be revealed that they pretended to kick Edge out. And they pretended that Edge wasn't part of Judgment Day, when really he has been all along.
I like your long-term booking.
And it's going to be, Ray completely destroyed with Dominic, Edge, Damian, Rhea, all stood above him, creating this massive superpower group.
I never even thought of that.
Because don't you think it was just a bit too quick?
Yeah.
And then he came back a bit too quick.
Why did they
And they've
eradicate him from? Why did they kick him out?
Because all of a sudden Balor wanted to be leader. And the reasoning was, you got to get rid of the old and welcome in the new.
Hmm.
And obviously then, theoretically, that was the new breed, so to speak.
Yeah.
That was the reasoning to it.
Yeah.
But for me, I think as well, the other thing you've got to remember is, since Edge has been up against them, they've lost a lot.
Yeah.
And why would they lose a lot? They're very good wrestlers. Maybe they've been losing a lot.
Because Edge is still telling him from the wing.
Mm-hmm.
That's a fucking good point, that is, mate.
So that is my prediction. Not only do the Judgment Day win, not only does Dominic get involved, but Edge turns.
And they become
the 5-man
the
team.
5-man team. 4-man, 1-woman team. Because we're not sexist on this channel. Well,
not to be.
the whole crippler thing. Right. I'm gonna get to that in a minute.
Absolutely fine by me.
Yeah, and I'm gonna go.
I think this is the opening match, by the way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Get over and done. Not get it over and done with.
Ooh, Rip. Sexy spot is back again.
Yeah. No, but I don't want it to sound sexist, because there are multiple people in this match who I absolutely adore.
I think there's literally only one of them I don't care about. No, I do care. Do care. Too low. You were too low.
I was too low.
Yeah, you need to go up. That one.
Oh, okay.
Not fussed about it.
Oh, okay.
I just don't get it.
So glad
I've never got Bianca Belair.
Now we know what the match is.
It's my turn to do the spoilers. God.
Well,
introduce host.
It's our podcast. So it's
the GBBW.
The GBBW. It's our podcast.
Minus one person.
Minus one person who is currently possibly sat in the chat.
I hope he is.
I hope.
Because if he's not, it's never seen.
Right. Which is probably going to be a long time, because we don't do things together anymore, do we? So
he says, as we
the next, as we are sat on camera in front calling a.
So the next match.
The next match is Bianca Belair, Raw Women's Champion, teaming up with Alexa Bliss and the Empress. Does she still go by Empress of Tomorrow? Asuka, taking on the newly debuted Bayley, Dakota Kai, and Io Sky.
Still can't get.
I can't get that round my head anymore.
It doesn't fit.
It doesn't.
It will. I get where they're going from, but why did
Io Shirai?
I think the Shirai bit is because of there is another Shirai in, if I'm not mistaken.
From AEW.
And no NXT.
I don't know. I can't remember.
I think there is. But anyway,
I can't wait to watch Worlds Collide either.
I hope I'm awake for it.
What am I
I've
on?
got a funny feeling I'll be in bed like that.
Yeah. What am I on? I'm on days next week.
I'm off Monday. I'm off on holiday now. Sorry, spoilers. Leon's on holiday. You didn't know work.
So, wow. Your finger will go green. I sat through 2.5 hours of a wrestling event with that ring on and literally had green finger by the end of the evening. That is my Hall of Fame ring that I got from the Ric Flair, the Ric Flair thing. So, dear, because I went in on the whole Edge and Rey Mysterio shebang when I first started, you can have the reins this time.
Thank you very much.
You're very welcome.
Gives me the woman's match because he's, sexist.
No,
Doesn't like
fuck
to talk
you.
about it. So, we've got what is very much a very hard to call match here.
Yeah.
So you've got Bianca Belair, who they don't want to not put over. You've got Alexa Bliss, who's on the push-up. Another one they don't want to not put over. You've got Asuka, who is
Been shafted.
always been
for
shafted.
months.
And Triple H will not want her to get shafted.
No.
But then again, you've got Bayley, Dakota Kai, and Io Sky needing the rub.
Yeah. Because after
Especially what's happened,
after their loss last week on Raw, they're not going to want. Now, I think they should have at least pushed them to become champions. I think it was a bad decision. A very bad decision.
It wrote itself.
Yeah.
The storyline wrote itself. You got them two winning it, and then Botcha Banks, as you keep calling her, and Naomi coming back with the belts, a la CM Punk, to set up the match at the next pay-per-view.
Do you know? I think they're going to do the whole shebang with this whole Women's Tag Team Championships, NXT Women's Tag Team Championships. You've got Nikki Ash and Doudrop. God, I hope they change her name to Piper.
It's on the cards, apparently.
Yeah, I hope they change their name to Piper. Doudrop.
What an insult it is.
Yeah.
That is proper taking the piss.
But I think
That's a Chris name, is that?
it really fucking isn't. It's a Vince fucking name, that is.
Vince McMahon was big 20 man. Vince McMahon was big 20 man.
But
And
I
the staff,
reckon
allegedly.
Nikki and Piper are gonna win the NXT Tag Team Championships on Worlds Collide, and they're gonna start a feud with the Women's Tag Team Champions on Raw and SmackDown.
And they only just introduced the NXT women.
No, they've had them out for ages, haven't they? Because
Well, I thought they were new.
the Women's Tag Team Championships, we're totally going off script here.
Have we stayed to script?
Not to my knowledge. We're just talking wrestling now.
Wrestling.
With an I. Wrestling.
Something to wrestle.
The whole Botcha Banks, Naomi coming back with their respective titles, going up against newly crowned Women's Tag Team Champions, going up against NXT Tag Team Champions.
But why?
Because it's...
Why take you? Because you know Trips is going to be rebuilding. Well, Michaels is going to be rebuilding NXT. So why take the belts off NXT?
Because they'll end up incorporating the whole... Because years and years ago, when they first... The WWE Women's Tag Team Championships, when they first got implemented, and Bayley and Sasha were the first champions, it was being distributed between SmackDown, Raw, and NXT. And that quickly turned to mush within the space of a few months.
Because Vince didn't want NXT to be recognised as a main roster show. He wanted it to be a development show. So why would you give that rub, so to speak, to that show and put it on that level of SmackDown and Raw, even though the content that was being put out was here compared to SmackDown and Raw? I mean, the quality was insane.
So much better than at the time.
My favorite matches of this decade have been NXT. 100%. Been one of my favoritist has been favoritist. Good words.
That's a lovely word. I don't even think that's involved in the dictionary.
No.
Possibly urban.
Pete Dunne, Tyler Bate.
Yeah.
Fantastic 5-star match all day long. Sami Zayn, Shinsuke Nakamura. Nakamura's debut match.
Yeah. But
insanely good.
Have you gone back and watched the 2 out of 3 falls match between Cesaro and Sami Zayn?
No, that's one I never went that far back.
That is a
I
match.
started watching NXT literally the day Kevin Owens powerbombed Sami onto the ring.
Yeah. After
beating Neville.
But that match, him and Neville, Sami Zayn versus Neville, is a fucking amazing match. Balor versus
all of them.
Balor versus Joe.
Joe, yeah.
At in Blackpool.
Yeah.
You know what? If you guys want the content, we will seriously have a watch party of an event and talk about it. Seriously, because
NXT, I mean, if we went through the NXT records, it's just insane. Insane.
Is that a word?
Insane. And I'll tell you what would be good is going through all the big Attitude Era stuff that I watched.
Yeah.
Obviously, I think you probably didn't.
I came into Attitude Era literally 2002 Survivor Series. That was my first.
I can literally remember that my very first WWE thing I was watching was around about when the Hardys were just sort of coming about, Edge and Christian just coming about, and they were having a triple threat
ladder match.
No, tag team match. Just a normal on Raw. And there were them two, headbangers, Edge and Christian, Hardys, and I think it was the Hollies. And that is the very first match I ever watched.
My first pay-per-view, my first WWE pay-per-view was SummerSlam 2002. Brock Lesnar versus The Rock, Undisputed Championship. I went back the other day and watched it. Opening contest, Kurt Angle versus Rey Mysterio. Off the bat, incredible match. Followed up, Chris Jericho, Ric Flair. Amazing match. Un-Americans, Goldust, and Booker T. RVD versus the Wolverine. Intercontinental Championship.
The
Crippler. Shawn Michaels, Triple H, unsanctioned.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Which is an amazing match as well. But once again, we're going off topic because you're here, I'm here, we're just talking wrestling.
So Dakota Kai, Io Sky, Bayley.
Loved Dakota Kai. Loved her before she got unceremoniously booted.
I mean, we were Dakota and what's her name? Team Kick.
Tegan Knox.
Tegan, yeah.
Yeah.
I think the actual win, because we're not getting anywhere near it, has to be Bayley, Dakota Kai.
Yeah, they need it. They need that push. They need that push. And the fact of the matter is, Asuka, Bliss, and Belair are not going to be under anybody's boots because they're going to be big. Anyway, they want to push Dakota and Io.
You're not going to get rid of Bianca's main event status. You're not going to get rid of Asuka's main event status. And Alexa Bliss, unfortunately, has been ruined that much. I don't think we can even consider her main event status anymore.
No.
The whole Fiend stuff has just absolutely destroyed her. So, yeah, I think them three have got to go over. Bayley, Dakota, and Io. And I think it'll be clean.
And mate, I really do think it's going to be clean.
Moving on
to the next match.
Next match.
Freaking hell. I'll take this one if you don't mind.
Go for it.
Um,
'Cause I know I want to win.
I know who I want.
Win.
I know who I want to win, and I want it to be Shayna.
Deserves it so much. That is another woman destroyed by Vince McMahon.
Yeah. Because what pissed me off was when she came up to the main roster, got to the last one
In the Rumble.
in the Rumble, got squashed by Charlotte. Squashed by Charlotte once again.
The Omni Flare.
The Omni Flare.
Monkey, by the way, where is your predictions,
Yeah.
lad?
He's gone.
He's asleep again.
He's gone.
He's always asleep.
He's watching.
He's asleep, I'm telling you.
He's watching, but he's in the world of Nod. It's telling us one thing, 8 o'clock, and turning up at 9 o'clock, isn't it? But yeah,
Shayna.
running through the competition inside Elimination Chamber, the hardest and strongest bout in wrestling history, to get to WrestleMania and be beaten.
Vince McMahon cannot fuck women. It's
No.
as simple as that.
You don't like women? He's sexist. It's because he's paid £19.5 million. That's freaking why. $19.5 million on hush money.
Those reasons people say Bliss got to where she was.
It's because he's a dirty, sweaty old man. It would. Oh,
That's the rumours.
that's the rumor.
I hope it's not true.
But apparently, there's that picture that it was some sort of black eye that she'd been smacked about by a cover-up by Buddy Murphy or something. But she was dating Murphy at one point, weren't she?
She still is. I'm sure she is.
No, she's married to.
Oh, no, she is married, yeah.
She's
yeah.
married to
Some random bloke, isn't it?
yeah,
Yeah.
some artist.
But,
Piss
once
artist.
again,
Yeah.
Liv Morgan, not a champion.
No. As much as I do like Liv Morgan, and she's come.
There's a difference between like and fancy.
I don't fancy it either, but I do like. She's come a long way, but she's the Mox of the women's division. I don't rate Mox as world champion. I don't rate.
I'd never give her that much credit, I'm sorry.
Wouldn't you give her a Mox?
I won't give her a Mox level.
No.
She's a Ziggler.
Oh dear, that's a big.
Oh, she's definitely a Ziggler. Crowd got behind her. That's the only reason they pulled the trigger on her. And basically proves that sometimes it is not worth listening to the crowd sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
The marks can get it wrong. And they got it wrong with Liv. She's got all the heart in the world, don't get me wrong. The effort's there. The look is there. I just don't think she can wrestle.
She's not strong compared to your Baszlers.
I mean, look what happened with the Ronda match and her tapping out. How was the end? The end of any push she had. Because she just whipped out the crowd from behind her. The only thing that was keeping her there. And the best thing that could happen now is Shayna wins. Because it would be a shock.
A bit of shock factor.
And she's a hell of a lot more legitimate wrestler. Hell of a lot more legitimate.
Because I completely forgot, and this is going to sound really, really bad, but I completely forgot that her and Ronda were friends.
Did you?
Yeah.
Well, they were the other four.
They were
four horsewomen.
They were the other 4 horsewomen.
Yeah. Well, the other 2 are in AEW now, aren't they?
Jessamine Duke and I know the other one. I could see the other one. What is her freaking name, Leon?
That's me. I'd have told you if I'd have knew.
I cannot remember for the life of me. Jessamine Duke is married. That's the rain. Gonna be a very wet one in Cardiff tomorrow, mate. They're gonna have to close that. They're gonna have to close that roof.
I only brought one jacket.
I've got plenty if you need one.
I'm a bit bigger than you.
I can't remember.
China.
China's winning on Saturday.
I think the real, let's be real here, it's Liv who's going to win. Because the one Ronda to take the belt off, Liv.
Uh-huh.
So, yeah, Liv's going to
But
win.
apparently, Dave Meltzer confirmed earlier on that due to some sort of...
Breaking news!
Yes, some sort of travel shit. I have no idea what that was. That Ronda Rousey is not in Cardiff.
Okay.
So,
yeah, that's fine.
So, Ronda Rousey is in Cardiff, and
All right, is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
I get you.
It's been confirmed by Dave Meltzer that she's Big Dive, that she is not in Cardiff due to some travel issues, and yeah, that is Ronda is not at Cardiff, but
really she is.
kayfabe, she's currently patrolling the streets of Cardiff as we possibly speak.
Knocking back the shots.
Knocking back the shots of Guinness.
Guinness is Ireland. What am I on about? What is Welsh? What is a Welsh drink? Taffy.
It's taffy, isn't it? Yeah. I have no idea. But yeah. Also, thank you for people jumping into the stream. I'm C.W.G. with me mate Leon.
And I'm
Sheep jizz. That is top dollar. That is fantastic.
Trust Ollie to come
Of
out with
course.
a banger. He's C.W.G.
Yeah, that
I'm
game.
Starboard UK. Hello.
Right. So we've gone Gunther. What are you talking about, then?
I'm just making it look like I'm doing
Oh,
something.
right, okay. Yeah. So, who have we gone with?
What do you mean who we've gone with?
Who have we said so far? Edge?
No.
Judgment Day?
Judgment Day?
Yeah. Judgment Day.
Gunther.
I'm just trying to think of the matches.
Well, you want Gunther, you want Sheamus.
6 women.
Fella.
6 women.
Can't believe I didn't do that.
Intercontinental. Women's. Judgment Day. 6 women. SmackDown. Another match. Oh, it's this one. Match number 5, because there's 6 matches, isn't there?
Big ones now. 2 of the big ones of the night for me.
This is going to be a bloodbath. Because with the amount of shit that has come off this pay deal at the moment between the architect and the bro, I'm reckoning, as we had the conversation earlier on, how many times can Rollins put anybody over?
When do you start running out of rope? When do you start running out of rope?
So I'm thinking.
He put Cody over.
I reckon
Twice.
3 times actually.
Yeah. He's put who else has he wrestled? Oh,
He put Roman over.
Well, that was like well before Cody.
He's put
both for Street Profits over, so to speak.
Yeah.
Well, he's not because he's won, but he's given him the rub. Definitely give him Montez. Everybody sees Montez as the number 1 single star, but
I don't.
I've not seen it yet.
I think he's pissed off at the fact that Bianca's so much better. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You had Becky Lynch and Seth both on the top at exactly the same time. Where's Montez?
You're not gonna have Montez and
Where's Ford's?
Bianca.
Where's Ford's push as main contender? Because he ain't gonna put over Roman.
He's got to drop the whole smoke
yeah.
gimmick. With smoke and all.
Yeah.
Because that is just not. It's not main event.
I agree.
But once again,
I'm thinking Rollins. Rollins is going to take this. He's going to put as much.
why bury Riddle?
Because Riddle, over the last few weeks, has put on some freaking monumental matches.
Has he? I thought he'd been out injured.
But he had with the Usos, with Roman.
Oh, well, that, yeah.
They're going to see from that he's main contender material.
Yeah, but then why put Seth over him?
Because is it going to be a draft?
Apparently, after this.
Because
That's one of rumours.
Because I reckon if the championship gets split and we have a WWE champion on SmackDown, Universal champion on Raw, I reckon Riddle staying on SmackDown, going after Tribal Chief. Seth Rollins holding WWE Championship on Raw.
I'll get him back up for Drew if we think Drew wins. Oh, Phoebe walked out with it, but we'll talk about that in a bit.
Mm-hmm.
That's a scary thought.
That's a very, very scary thought. Because he's in Cardiff.
Well, he's got to come out. I mean, the guy's joke now is failing to cash in.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that is going to be continued. But anyway, I don't think they're going to bury Riddle. I think this is another Seth Rollins putting someone over and Riddle's getting the dub. Bro.
As much as I want Rollins to win. You already said Rollins is winning. Yeah. As much as I want him to win, I agree with you. It will be.
But you'd already said your prediction was Rollins.
I know.
You can't change your prediction.
I know. But I think, as much as I want Rollins to win, I do think it's going to be Riddle. Even though I'm choosing Rollins. I'm choosing Rollins.
Never ever put bets on you.
No, I don't put bets on myself.
No, I'm going to tell you not to. If that's your mentality. Even though I know it's not going to happen. I'm gonna put money on that.
As much as I want Rollins to win and walk out, I don't reckon he will. I reckon it's going to be going to the bro, the king of bros.
Bro. Right, moving on. This is it.
This is it, ladies and gentlemen. We have the most anticipated, undisputed WWE Universal Championship matches in the last 2 years.
No.
Okay, not in the last 2 years.
I'm sorry. I know you're anticipating it. And I know there'll be quite a few fans anticipating it. But it's not the most anticipated Universal title match. Undisputed Universal title match.
Would you like to take it?
I will start it.
Go for it.
So, this one writes itself once again. To a point. I mean, there's so many endings you could have for this match. So we've got Drew McIntyre 100% coming out to Gallantry first. And then
Broken Dreams.
absolutely. It's got to happen.
That entire audience is going to lose their shit.
And that's the main big thing that's going to happen at the beginning of the match. Bloodline. I'd love to say they're going to get kicked out to give that little hope and speculation towards Drew, but I think that we know where it's going. We know where the storyline of the match is, and that is Drew's going to be on top. Drew looks like he's going to win. Usos come in, take out the ref, take out Drew. Drew's down. Roman looks like he's going to win. Shock and awe. Claymore from nowhere. Crowd erupts. Mental. A-Town hit music hits. Everybody's booing their tits off. On comes Austin Theory. Who's got his name back, by the way.
Mm-hmm, yeah.
He's now Austin Theory again and not just Theory.
Same with
Runs into the ring.
Same with Matt
Flops about.
Riddle and Rollins.
Does all his shelfie thing, because they're all down on ground. Drew claymores his face off. Roman spears the shit out of him. Usos super kick the crap out of him. Drew does one more claymore, because Drew's got to be caught out here. Usos splash to Drew. Roman, Superman punch, spear combo. I think that is the more realistic, unfortunate situation we're going to get. One's up. Mainly because, obviously, what we've read about, spoilers tonight, in SmackDown with Drew standing tall at the end of SmackDown.
Mm-hmm.
You never, ever have a contender standing tall on the go-home show if they're going to win. I don't think it's ever happened in the history of WWE. And with that happening tonight, spells disaster for the Drew man. But
I can say one thing. It has happened before.
go on.
Sheamus, John Cena, TLC, tables match. Go home show. It was him, Sheamus in the ring with Cena, with Jesse the Body Ventura in the ring, and he power slammed Cena through the table and hoisted the WWE Championship above his head. 6 nights later, Sheamus was crowned the firstborn Irish WWE champion by putting John Cena through the table. Accidentally,
Yeah, I do.
not falling through his respective table on the outside. But still, firstborn Irish WWE champion by the end of that night. Go home angle. Sheamus standing tall.
Yeah, fair enough. But I still don't see. I mean, I love the idea, the concept of Drew having his hand raised in front of the English fans. Ravenous.
70,000. Most.
74,000.
74,000.
Get it right. Which is probably going to be more than that.
Yeah.
Because you've got floor seating. I mean, the stadium itself holds 74. Yes, you lose one side because of the stage. But you've got your floor seating as well as your standing seating. Probably 74,000, yeah. All going absolutely nuts. It's an image, an iconic image, which would last for decades. Surely would.
Yeah.
Is the WWE and Triple H going to cash in on that now?
I reckon so.
Or do they feel it needs more push and they pull that trigger next time?
I don't know, because it's 30 year.
Did Bulldog beat Brett?
He beat him.
He did, didn't
He beat him 1-on-1.
he? Even though he was completely out of it.
Yeah. Because
Brett had to talk him through the match.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because there was the part where the Bulldog bounces off the rope. Sorry, not the Bulldog. The Hitman bounces off the ropes, goes for a sunset flip, rolls through to pin the Bulldog, and he literally gets down, doesn't he? And hooks his legs.
Yeah.
Intercontinental Championship match. Could the actual Intercontinental Championship match finish that way again. Between Sheamus and Gunther.
Not a roll up.
Yeah? But this way, the other way round.
I mean, what gets me is we're talking about the world's most devastating wrestling move now, the roll up.
Yeah.
Are we not going to try and get away from that? Could that be where they go with the actual title match, though? A roll up win. Exactly similar.
Mm-hmm.
Makes Reigns look strong still. Because it's just a roll up.
Yeah.
And he's not beaten flat. You know what I mean?
He's bounced off the ropes and gone, whoa, what the hell's that?
I think there is one, there's so many, like I keep saying, so many finishes you could do to this match. Another is obviously Drew gets some backup. Now, the people who you give Drew as backup is tough. Because either you bring someone up for his backup and you start pushing the Europe brand. But then the question is, who do you put as his backup?
Tyson Fury.
No.
Yep. 100%. Tyson Fury is going to be in the corner. He'll be in the corner of Drew. Because he wanted to face Drew, didn't he? Fury's going to be there.
I know Fury's going to be there.
Fury's going to be there. And he's literally... Here's my rundown. Here's my prediction.
I'm walking out if that happens.
You're my lift home. Fucking hell. It's a long walk back from fucking Cardiff. Right, my prediction is... And try and take this with the smallest pinch of salt in the entire world.
Because Chris has a crazy imagination.
I have a frigging crazy imagination when it comes to wrestling. Match starts. Absolutely fantastic. All Roman. All Roman. No bloodline. No Sami Zayn. Just full on smashing, drag it out brawl between the two.
Yep.
Back and forth. Claymore kicks. Superman punch. Spears. Future shock DDTs. Suddenly, Usos come down the ring, get involved. Sammy comes down to the... Well, Sammy won't come down to the ring, but the Usos first. Referee will go down. They'll make their way to the ring.
Leon's had another good idea, but anyway.
Drew overpowers the Usos. Lays out both tag team champions. Referee's down. Brings another referee in. Referee then gets knocked down again. Thanks to an inverted Superman punch by Reigns. Suddenly, Austin Theory's music hits. Comes down to the ring. Tries to get involved. Can't get involved because both referees are down. Here comes Sami Zayn. Sami Zayn knocks out Theory with the briefcase. He's incapacitated. Doesn't get up. He then throws Reigns onto Drew. Alerts the referee. Tells him to go for the pin. 1, 2, kicks out. Crowd go nuts. Come on, Drew. Suddenly, he's about to get up. Goes for a halloumi kick. I said halloumi kick.
Yeah.
Haluva kick in the corner.
On Drew.
On Drew McIntyre. McIntyre ducks out the way. Claymores Roman Reigns.
Yeah.
Claymores gets back up. Claymores Sammy. Yeah. Gets back up. Superman punch from Reigns to Drew. 1, 2, kick out. Suddenly, he comes back alive, Austin. This time, the referee's alerted. Sees that he's about to cash in. Makes it triple threat. Tries to pull the heist of the century 2 in the stadium in front of UK fans. Audience is going nuts. booing fucking Austin Theory. Claymore kick to, Superman punch to Drew. Roman's like, nah, this is not happening a second time. This sort of thing is not happening again. I got cost the WWE Championship from a triple threat match years ago. It's not happening again. Superman punch to Theory. Spear to Theory. Gets up, turns around, boom! Claymore. Knocks him down. 1, 2, 3. Crowd go fucking insane.
Does
Drew
he pin, though? Does he pin Roman, or does he pin
He pins
Theory?
Roman.
He doesn't pin Theory.
He does not pin Theory.
Because, obviously, if he pins Theory...
Theoretically, Roman's still...
Well, no, Roman's not the champ. But the argument could be made then on the next Raw. You didn't pin me, so you only get one of my belts.
Yeah.
Separation.
Mm-hmm. Roman holds on to WWE Universal Championship, faces then Reigns for the championship, separates both championship titles, then starts a feud with Karrion Kross on SmackDown.
I like it. I like it a lot.
That's how I see the main event. McIntyre is walking out, hoisting,
Looking like that.
looking like this. You don't see the picture, but it's literally Drew hoisting. Look how fucking big I look, man. Where's this fucking? Look at this. I'm buff, man. You could see McIntyre hoisting both Universal WWE Championship above his head, walks out of Cardiff, WWE Undisputed Champion. Universal WWE Champion.
Well, seeing as though there is multiple endings to this, because there could be.
Yes. I said something and you said...
Yeah, you saw my eyes tickle, didn't you?
Yeah, I did. Go on.
What about Zayn turning on the Bloodline?
I think they're going to do that in a few weeks anyway.
What about costing Reigns the belt?
I don't think the Bloodline will do that.
Do you think Zayn will do that?
No. I think Jimmy...
I'm not on about the Bloodline turning on Roman. I'm on about Zayn turning on the Bloodline and Roman.
I think there's a...
He's the ace in the hole for Drew.
I think...
All that, what you've just said, pretty
Yeah.
much goes down the same. Except, you know, when the ref's down, it's Zayn dragging the ref out. So it's Zayn's coming down with the ref. He's
Right.
got the ref. He's throwing the ref in because Roman's the only one stirring. Gets Roman, throws him onto Drew. That all same thing, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Ref goes to count the 3. Drew kicks out. Zayn's like losing his shit, as Zayn does. Absolute, you know, full-on comedy act as he does. And then he also carries on working, as you said.
Yeah.
Fury's already done his cash in, he's already dead. So that's the comedy side of what I think is going to happen with Fury from now on. Is every time there's a championship match. Stop. Oh, you know, every time there's a championship
I wish this was
match.
alcoholic. I really do.
No, he said, I'd be absolutely.
No, I understand, but I wish it was something better than just this.
This is good. Cheapo pop.
This is Aldi Pop, this is, mate.
Oh no, I live there. So it's all going down the same. Fury's been down. He's dead. That's already happened. Never cashed in. But Reigns is setting up for the win. Usos are dead. Everyone's dead. Drew's dead. Reigns is looking like he's sorted it. And he goes into the corner to do his woo-ha! But as he goes, woo, overkick. Crowd explodes. Zayn's dripping from the face. All of it coming out. Rips off his Bloodline shirt. He's just losing it. Hair's pulling at his hair. And Drew gets up. Claymore's what's left of McIntyre. Picks up the win. Sami Zayn is the reason Roman loses his belts after all that's been going on with Zayn. Still get Drew,
But
the storyline potential.
At the expense of Sami Zayn
Well, what you do then with Sammy is you've got Sammy then.
with KO.
Well, you could bring them back together, but I think it's just too easy.
Mm-hmm.
I think what you do then with Sammy is you've got Sammy going up against Usos, and Sammy then needs somebody to back him up. You can throw anyone with Sammy, really, into that storyline.
Mm-hmm.
So many people hate the Usos. You could even put a certain other Us brother into that lineup, couldn't you?
Mm-hmm.
And have Sammy and that Us, and it all looking swell. And then the big, comeback turnaround is Solo turns on Sammy as revenge for what he did to Roman.
Yeah.
And it's Sammy who then is laid out, much later down the line.
Yeah, yeah.
But there's a lot more storyline potential to that, I think. I like that one. I think if you want for the fact that the Worlds Collide is on Sunday, Tyler Bate was in the area, I do like the idea of using Drew and Tyler to push the NXT Europe brand and have Drew, Tyler, Butch, Pete Dunne create a new strong style, British strong style.
Yeah, yeah.
And that faction comes out from this. That'd be fantastic. You could sort of tease it in the Sheamus Gunther match earlier on. Pete coming back. The costumes come out and you can see Bruiserweight. The crowd flips. So the hint's there. Tyler Bates showing in crowd with his belt, doing his little wave. Yeah. But in the sort of like the closing time of the match, obviously Reigns is on top. Dunne jumps the rail, starts kicking in Reigns, but the Usos are on him, and Drew and Dunne are fighting him off. And then Bates suddenly jumps the ring. So then there's 3 Brits on the 3 Americans.
Yeah.
And that's the way Drew wins, is through the brand new United Kingdom, as we could call them, which was always a good faction name, but basically NXT Europe, led by Drew McIntyre.
Yeah, yeah, looking strong.
I think that is a fantastic storyline as well. It'd be brilliant, beautiful storytelling, but I don't think there's enough groundwork for it.
No, not yet.
But there is more than enough groundwork for the Sami Zayn one.
Yeah, I agree. But I reckon that's going to be the final.
What you said?
Yeah.
So prediction-wise, the whole reason we're here, you're Drew.
I'm Drew. I'm Team McIntyre.
As much as I really want Drew to win,
you're pulling me now. Well, I've just said don't put money on it.
No. I see. I've never once said Drew would definitely win it. I put out proposals of how he could win.
Yeah.
But my first initial was Roman winning. And I still think, boringly as it sounds, Roman gets his hand raised. We all have to acknowledge him and put up our ones. As the crowd boos.
Mm-hmm.
And we're sent home upset.
It's going to be a very long car journey home.
They're going, fuck you know. Fuck shit. But that's WWE for you.
Yeah.
And that is what they do. You do not win. That is another golden rule, remember. You don't win in your home crowd.
Punk did.
That was different. It's always been an unwritten rule. You don't win in front of your own home crowd.
Balor didn't, did he?
Nope.
Trying to think of people who have won at home.
Didn't Edge lose? Great. In Toronto.
A couple of weeks ago.
Mm-hmm.
No, he won. He won a couple of weeks ago.
Did he beat Priest?
Beat Priest.
I thought he lost to Priest. And then it all kicked off after with... I'll look it up.
I have. Duh. Oh dear, here we go. Yeah.
I swear to God, if it's Tyson Fury who gets the win for Drew, I'm just going to be gobsmacked.
It will be.
Look anyway on screen, it goes away. I clicked on the wrong bit.
I know I did. This just proves how long I've not been on WWE.com.
If you don't know what you're doing.
It's been so long since I've been on. Whoa. Excuse me. Judgment Day, AJ Styles. I don't...
I'd love AJ to be there, but I don't think I'm going to get that. Which,
Nah. It was 2 weeks ago, wasn't it? I can't go back 2 weeks.
you know what? Leroy will succumb to the soda.
Thank you, dear. Raw results. Don't want the 29th. I want...
I'm going nuts. All that Zhang win.
Good storytelling, this is. But we can't...
Transition.
Right, if we keep on rolling down. NXT, SmackDown.
Drew McIntyre on Broken Dreams returning.
100% that's gonna happen.
God, so many pages. You know what? I'm just going to go through Google. Raw. Wrong.
29th.
22nd, you are.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
They are not coming down. Don't worry. Here we go. Pass Raw results. Edge returns home by defeating Damien Priest.
Okay.
What is-
Yeah, well, there's a home crowd ring.
So, they are our predictions for this lovely event we call Clash at the Castle tomorrow night. We are on.
That's on the telephone.
Is it really? Christ. Oh, I need to sort this bloody cable out in a minute.
Down to 2 viewers. We lost a viewer because we were doing that.
We lost 5 actually.
No, it's only been on 3.
No. Right. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen, for tuning in to this just chatting conversation between me and my boy. We will be recording some sort of chatting tomorrow night on the way home back from the event. It's
So many things.
yeah,
Somebody be busy going,
yeah.
I need to stay awake.
I don't think it's gonna be. I won't. I don't think it'll be streamed, but it will be recorded, and then we
You
could
ain't
either.
streaming in my car.
No. Of course not. There's no place to put my phone.
Oh, yeah, I think something then.
Jesus Christ. My kids are in the back of the car. I can't even believe we're joking about this. But yeah. Thank you for tuning in and watching me and Leon talk about their predictions. There are predictions for tomorrow night's historic clash of the
I can't remember how they did it.
that
Wasn't it that?
that Undisputed Era. Undisputed Era. I like that. Yeah.
Do you think
Do I think what?
all the AEWs are coming back?
Oh, 100%.
Adam Cole?
Yeah.
Bobby Fish?
Yeah.
Whatever his name is, O'Reilly?
Yeah. Kyle.
Yeah. Malachi?
Yeah.
Alistair?
Yeah.
Rusev?
Yeah.
Really?
100%.
Every single one of them?
Every single fucking one of them.
Keith Lee?
Yes, 100%.
Swerve?
Yes. To make. To
Redo?
form. To redo Hit Row.
Proper?
Yeah.
Well, that was easy.
Honestly, I really do. I honestly do think that the old boys from NXT before they got unceremoniously booted by a certain dirty bastard named Vince.
McMahon loves sweet McMahon. Big sweet man.
He'll come and he'll sort this shit out. Hunter is going to take that champion, that lovely.
Is there enough room for him? Talent-wise? It's a lot of men to come back.
Yeah, I know.
Are they going to be brave enough to make that jump back? Because
Okay.
nobody knows whether Vince is coming back or not. Come on. If he's found not guilty, which is likely because he's got a lot of money.
Yes, but he hasn't got $19.7 million, has he? That's been hushed. Linda McMahon ain't gonna bury his ass out of this.
There's also the rumour that he's still in charge. He's just not named in charge.
The fact is, if there's one person who's had to take the wrath of Khan, it's
What about Punk?
Laurinaitis. Punk won't come back because he's not a Triple H guy.
Hates him. Doofus son-in-law.
Yeah. Because now, 2011 Punk is literally hitting the nail on the head. I'd like to think that in the years to come after Vince McMahon's dead, that his company is going to be handed over to his idiotic daughter and his doofus son-in-law and the rest of his stupid family.
Well, no, he didn't say that. He says it'd be better off. With
It's going to be better off after Vince McMahon's death.
To his daughter and his son-in-law. Idiotic daughter and doofus son-in-law.
Yeah, and the rest of his stupid family. And then let me tell you a personal conversation with Vince McMahon. You know, the thing is like, and then the microphone gets cut off. Punk will not return to WWE.
That makes me sad.
It really does, because if you could imagine,
I can't as well. Back to the AEW wrestlers. Yes, Adam Cole, 100%.
yes,
And the rest of the Undisputed Era.
yeah,
Fair enough. Do I see Keith Lee, Rusev, and the likes coming back? No. Aleister Black, yes. Because Aleister Black feels underused, underutilized. He's never really been pushed anywhere near the top. Not that you should be given a championship just because you're in WWE. But I don't see Keith Lee coming back. I think Keith is far too burned. His last isn't there anymore. He's happy where he is.
mm-hmm.
The hundreds of other ones I don't see coming back. Sean Spears, Rusev, no. Well, I get it with Rusev to a point. because he was a big star in WWE. He's nowhere near a big star in AEW.
No.
But the
Somebody put in a tweet the other week. I thought he was better used in WWE,
yeah,
and he put a
even
a
though he was
light.
buried as well.
Mm.
Because at least he had a big, strong run.
Yeah.
I mean, don't get me wrong, he still had a big, strong run in AEW, but we're only with the TNA title.
And that didn't last long.
Or the TNT title, sorry.
I think he had the title long enough to have a cup of coffee.
Yeah. So, yeah, I don't see all of them coming back.
I don't see.
Like I said, I don't think there's enough room for them
I
all.
don't see Spears coming back.
No, there's no point. Perfect 10 was fantastic, but it wasn't.
He was good in NXT. Go up to the main roster.
Yeah. Well, look at
I mean,
the one which always makes me the saddest is Tyler Breeze.
Prince Bree.
Amazing talent in NXT. Just the gimmick, everything worked. Came up to the roster, and was just chatting.
First match. First official run-in. They put me with fucking Ziggler. You know your career is fucked when you get put with Dolph Ziggler. And that's not being nasty to Ziggler,
It's not
but it sort of is.
Bobby Roode.
Yeah? Bobby Roode.
I so wish Bobby Roode.
Thank you for coming in. I appreciate you being here.
Who are you saying that to?
To the third viewer.
They've been there ages.
They haven't. It's just literally just gone up.
Yeah, it went up ages ago.
Oh, did it?
Yeah.
Yeah, 27. It came in at 23. Thanks for being in. Appreciate you. Whoever you are. We are dropping predictions for Clash of the Champion.
No, we're not anymore.
No.
We
finished.
dropping the predictions.
But if you want to get involved, by all means, drop them.
Even though he was trying to end the stream a minute ago.
I know, but we're talking wrestling now.
We've moved on
To
from what we've already done into just talking.
just talking wrestling now. Literally just talking wrestling, because our other co-host is
Asleep.
because he does.
He stopped predicting at Edge and Ray. And that was like the second match, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I appreciate the input, but...
And we'll crop this and send it personally to you. We need the third. We're missing one. We're missing the third one, dude. We should have gone like that.
Newton's Cradle.
But yeah, the wrestling community at the moment is looking exciting again.
I don't know. I feel like it's dying a bit. I think the rise of WWE is always the negative for the independent scene. Always is.
Right. You see, I think with Mr. Helmsley taking the proverbial helm
And the reigns.
and the reins, you like what I did there?
Been going for ages.
It's just, and it's doing my nuttering. That's my kids bouncing around on the freaking bed. That is. I think with Triple H now in control of creative of WWE, it is taking things to a brand new level. It is fun to watch what's happening in WWE again.
Is it only fun because we're expecting? Or are we looking at things with a bit of rose-tinted spectacles? What has really changed other than people have come back? Has the wrestling improved?
Storylines, huh? So nice to see freaking Miz
Yeah, but
be bodied by Loomis on a weekly basis. So nice to see Miz get put over by Loomis. And a certain hand with a glove.
Do you think that is Bray?
I 100% think that's Mr. Wyatt. That's Mr. Rotunda. That is.
Because they were fought because Loomis has worn those gloves before.
Yes.
I wonder if they're both together.
Somebody said earlier on, do you think they could King Swerve was so bad that the entire lights go out? Mask comes on. Fiend mask. Takes it off. It's fucking brawn. Somebody said that in a tweet earlier on.
It's a bit obvious though.
Yeah.
Because Wyatt and Braun are completely different structures.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
I mean, the only way you do get away with that is if he's come through ring.
Yeah.
So his top half on.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, the real funny one would be that whole entire situation. Mask comes off and it's Vince McMahon. It was me!
Yeah.
It was me all
It was me,
along!
Austin!
Or you could even have the full Dexter Loomis stuff going on for so long, and then
This is long-term booking, this is.
all of a sudden, when it comes to the reveal, even though we've been seeing Dexter, it's been Wyatt, and Dexter is literally a Wyatt puppy.
Yeah.
Hence the glazed look.
Yeah. Since the possessed look.
Yeah.
Where he just wants to. I mean.
And he would suit the Fiend gimmick so well.
Yeah.
With Loomis. And he's psychopath murder.
But.
Both big on tattoos and art.
Yeah. It's yeah. It's a big one, that is. A massive one.
I think we covered most things.
I think so. Fuck it. Do we predict
Mania.
World Collide?
I don't even know what's going on in World Collide. But we could do. Get the card up.
Let's get the card up. Nope. Just press the space bar and. So. This would be a brilliant time, Leon, for you to actually contribute and reach over to the.
Would you like me to?
Yes, please.
Do the typing, sir?
Yes, please. I think, yeah, that's it. Two days ago.
Hold on. Why is Ricochet holding up the North American belt?
Because he turned up on NXT, didn't he?
I don't know that. Don't tell me he's actually won it.
No. He's battling.
Okay.
Right. We'll literally just go down. Right.
Is that it?
This is the match card. What I know. And it's yeah.
So it's all
All unification matches
right.
except women's tag team.
And North American.
And North American,
But it's all titles.
but it's all literal all title.
Interesting.
It's a full title match. We'll start from the bottom and work our way up to the main event.
I mean, it seems fairly cut and dried with all this.
Go on.
Carmelo versus Ricochet is Carmelo.
Yep.
100% retaining. Yeah, it's great for Ricochet to be over there, giving the rope once again. But I think that's literally all he's there for.
Yeah, just
Why would they stick a belt on a main roster wrestler? Unless they wanted that belt to transition. And then you've got two American belts. It's pointless. So yeah, Carmelo all day long.
I agree with you. I'm sticking with what I said earlier on. 100% sticking with what I said earlier on.
On what?
With Nikki Ash and Piper.
Once again, I think you've just given them the belts. Why let them lose it? Yeah, once again, I think it's an opportunity for Doudrop and Nikki to explode and fall out, and for Do to hopefully return with her own name. Maybe Nikki dropping the whole superhero gimmick.
Thank God.
But yeah, once again, I'm going to go with the NXT team. I ignore them.
Mm-hmm.
Then we've got the tag team unification fatal 4-way elimination match with the Creed brothers. Two people I've never heard of in Brooks Jensen and Josh Briggs.
No.
Pretty Deadly, who's UK, and Gallus, who UK. Now, I know for a fact.
I think the Creed brothers. Tappity tap.
What we're typing?
The Creed brothers. Russians.
I'm not used to propers. I'm not used to rubbish keyboards, mate. I only use mechanical.
But that's all I can afford.
Mechanical keyboards are not expensive. You're missing your numlock.
I know, because I
got angry.
No, actually. Something dropped on it, which was my fist.
So yeah, you got angry with
I'm taking the piss. I'm throwing a monkey. Yeah. I did not throw my controller at my That's not who I thought it was, because there were a couple of dudes that were up to no good. There were a couple of dudes that were wearing like crop tops a few weeks ago in NXT.
That's pretty deadly.
That's pretty deadly.
Yeah.
Are you sure?
100%.
Really?
Oh, for God's sake.
I can.
Thank you.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
They were weird looking bastards, they are.
Oh, they are, because...
I just... What? Why? Why?
It's called a gimmick, my friend.
It might be called a gimmick, my friend, but why? Are they? They are. They were UK, weren't they?
They were UK. They came over.
Yeah.
They won the belts.
Yes, I know that.
And then they lost into the Creed brothers.
Yes, I know that as well.
They are quite a, let's say, modern tag team with their LGBT styling. Once gone, hasn't it?
Well and truly gone. Appreciate you being here, though, Ollie.
Ollie. So yeah, my prediction on this match is Gallus. Cause I know Trips and Michael's at the high on Gallus, and this all feeds into my NXT Europe sort of push,
Right.
and I think a lot of it's going to go towards the UK/European people,
Right.
to start the building of it, especially when we're holding events over here.
Yeah.
So yeah, for me, Gallus.
I will go Gallus with you then, because you seem to know exactly what you're talking about.
That's because I do.
Yes, I know you do. I know you do.
That leads into the women's unification match.
As much as I want Mandy Rose to...
I can see Mandy retaining.
I can.
Absolutely, because they've just gone far too long with her. It just seems a bit silly to suddenly have...
Mikio, or whatever her name is. Satomura. She's literally just been... she's recently won the
UK belt.
The UK belt. Sure, she has.
So would you have her lose? But you've got a very strong person in Mandy. Or are you getting to the point where you want Mandy to cross over up?
No, because she's doing some amazing things over at the minute with
Yeah, but if you let's be fair. You need to start fleshing out the women's tag team division, don't you?
Yeah.
Really do. Toxic Attraction would be very good on the main roster.
I think Gigi is just a copy and paste Becky Lynch.
No, you're just saying that because she got rid of.
Fire as well.
No, but she's definitely a completely different kettle of fish to Bex. But point being, now you've just given me that information. Maybe we're talking Sasamura to win once again, following my pattern.
Yeah.
Although I don't understand why Blair Davenport's going to be in there if she's not going to be involved in the finish, so to speak.
I don't understand why Davenport's in there, because wasn't she?
Was she the former champ?
No, Blair Davenport is.
Bear with us once again.
Bear with.
Is it Brie?
No, Blair.
No, but was she Brie Beasley?
I don't think so. I don't think she was.
I think she was. Yes, she was.
Was she?
Yeah.
They've changed the name then.
Absolutely, yes. Now, that changes things a bit because that is a fantastic wrestler right there. B. Priestley.
B. Priestley.
Yeah. Give the belt to Brie.
You think so?
Yeah.
So who is she in NXT UK?
I don't think she was.
Oh.
That's interesting. Because that would be a catch for Trips, by the way. Will Ospreay.
Mm.
Have you heard about his run in AEW?
At the moment with Kenny Omega.
Well, no, because he's done now. He's just announced he's done with AEW. He's going back to
New Japan. Right, okay.
But every single match he had has been rated 5 stars by Meltzer.
Of course it has.
Because he's that damn good.
Ospreay's on another level.
Absolutely. Now, if I was Trips, and I could get Will Ospreay into my
Developmental.
would he?
I don't even
want to
think.
drop?
Oh.
Would he want to drop that low? I think he'd want main roster.
Yeah. There's no way that he'd go on to NXT.
No.
He'd want the AJ Styles treatment.
Absolutely, and I think
go-
he'd get it.
Yeah.
I think he would.
Can you imagine Dave Meltzer?
He'd melt. Meltzer would melt.
He'd spunk all over. He'd lose his fucking. Literally, Meltzer would lose his fucking mind. He would lose his mind every week. Rating an Ospreay match.
On WWE.
On WWE.
He'd still knock it down because it's on WWE there. Because he's so anti-WWE. He's only ever rated 1 or 2 WWE matches good. And they would tend to be NXT.
Uh-huh.
Anyway,
Well,
get that off.
I'm going B then.
Yeah, I think B's the winner on that one.
Or Blair. And in my mind, Bate.
Okay. Yeah. Big strong boy.
Big strong boy from UK.
Wolverhampton. Local boy.
First ever UK champion.
Yeah. And what a wrestler.
He's a fucking brilliant wrestler.
Absolutely amazing. I mean, if you've never ever watched a Tyler Bate match, 100%.
If you've never watched a Tyler Bate match, go and
Wow.
watch. Tyler Bate
Pete
versus Pete Dunne.
Dunne, or Tyler Bate, Gunther, Walter, or Tyler Bate, literally insert and paste. The lad is just fantastic. Little strong boy, as his name is. The heart, the soul. He has a crowd in the palm of his hand. It's just an amazing wrestler, and I really hope he does bits in the new NXT. Really do.
I've got a picture to show you.
I think one of your mates who just happens to be mates with Tyler Bate.
No, it's. I really hope it's on Messenger still. Oh no, I deleted it. But there was.
Them come true.
But there was a.
Did you know?
Did I know what?
Did you know? Tyler Bate was my first WWE action figure I bought when I started going back into it. After that, it were all Jericho's, but there we go.
Mm-hmm. My mate, who lives across the street, he collects figures, and he stopped wrestling for a bit because he broke his foot. He says, "I'm done. I'm done with this. I'm done with this." And then he was starting to get really, really depressed with not wrestling.
Mm-hmm.
And his missus turned around to him and says, "If you want to go back and do it again, you can, but you need to be careful." And now he is current heavyweight champion, which is amazing because he wrestled so good last weekend. I'm not going to find this picture.
So what picture are you looking for?
I am looking for a picture of my friend Ben
With Tyler Bate.
with
Trent Seven?
Pete Dunne.
Oh, with Pete.
With Pete, because he used to live round the corner from Look at that.
Who made that? Talented
Talented man, that is. But yeah, there's a picture of him and Pete literally walking down the street, and he sent me a message. He'd finished work and he'd sent me a message, and there was a picture of him and good old Pete Dunne. I went, "That's fucking Pete Dunne, isn't it?" He says, "Yeah, he's back," because he was back over here for the UK tour, defending the championship against Gunther.
Once again, great matches. British Strong Style, for me, was passed over.
Yeah.
So passed over. That group was immense. Trent Seven, Pete Dunne, Tyler Bate. They should have pulled the trio. Mustache Mountain. I mean, they did bring Mustache Mountain over, didn't they?
Yeah.
They did give him a good run. But yeah, I don't think Trent ever got over. Or Pete.
It's a shame because it's a shame because Trent was good. Trent was a good superstar.
They tried so many times to push Trent on his own,
Mm-hmm.
and it just never worked. But big strong boy always worked.
But I like the whole. I've heard some Nigel Mcguinness matches are great as well,
I've heard these rumours.
which
But
makes me.
where the hell do you find
but-
these things?
I have a computer that you can type in. Keys, please.
Yes, sir.
Nigel Mcguinness. There we go. Nope. Nigel McGuinness. Type in wrestling match. Best matches.
Austin Aries.
Now you see another one. Who's
Oh, Jerry Lynn.
Jerry Lynn and Nigel McGuinness?
Yes. Exceptional wrestler, Jerry Lynn. ROH as well.
Fucking advert. My God.
Not that,
No.
everyone wants to watch us watching something.
Yeah. But Nigel McGuinness, absolutely supposed to be an amazing wrestler. Jerry Lynn, absolutely amazing wrestler.
One of the greatest.
One of the greatest, totally overshadowed in WWE, in my opinion.
Well, it was never going to work for him because he was an ECW wrestler.
Yeah.
Which is a shame because all the ECW wrestlers got shit on. Even Taz. And Taz should have been so much bigger than he was. But, that's what happens. There's only RVD who ever did it.
And then becomes heavyweight champion and gets pulled.
Shafted immediately.
And he didn't get shafted, he did it to himself.
Oh,
Him and Sabu got pulled over by the police.
But he still got shafted.
He still got shafted, yeah. But still. What was the pay-per-view that he faced Edge for the WWE Championship. It was
RVD.
yeah, it was after One Night Stand. I do hope I've got.
It'll be Backlash or something like that.
It wasn't. WWE. I knew that was going to happen. I can't remember my.
Really?
No,
Lol.
can't remember my.
Just literally type in
Hey.
Edge versus RVD pay-per-view.
Edge versus the. It was Vengeance. It was Vengeance, and once again, an amazing match. One of Edge's best and one of RVD's best. It was literally when he'd just become WWE champion. Another brilliant match. But then a few weeks later, I think 2 or 3 weeks later, they were supposed to have a WWE Championship match. Him, Cena, RVD. Saturday night's main event.
Right.
And because he got pulled over by the police, having so much weed in the back of his car, Sabu was immediately suspended. And because RVD was WWE champion and ECW champion, RVD faced Big Show on ECW, lost the title, then faced Edge
and
Cena the week after, and RVD said, "Yeah, we've got a match at at Saturday night's main event. Why wait till main event? Let's do it right here, right now." And got shafted, and that's why Edge won, putting over their match at Saturday night's main event, which then went to Boston at SummerSlam, where Cena and Edge faced 1-on-1. Edge retained and beat Cena in Boston. Then it went to Unforgiven, where Cena and Edge faced in a ladder match, TLC match, in Toronto, where Cena then beat Edge for the WWE Championship.
Somebody losing in front of the home crowd.
Edge beat Damien on Raw last 2 weeks ago.
Oh, you keep saying.
As I keep saying. But literally, if people really want to, we will. Oh, that was dirty, Van Dam. I'm going to kill them kids. Literally,
Should they be asleep by now?
They should be asleep by now.
Like 10:30.
Oh, they will be asleep. Don't you worry. But let's not go crippler. Christ. And literally, I had something on my head then that I was going to say, and now for the life of me, I cannot think of what I was going to say. Yeah, that's it. We will put a load of matches on a wheel, or pay-per-views on a wheel.
Yeah.
Spin it, watch it, and then talk about it.
God, we need to make sure we've got some time then.
Yes. I agree. I agree, because
maybe it'd be easy to do matches.
Yeah, matches.
You're talking, half hour.
Mm-hmm.
You're not talking 4-hour streams then.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Because we could do like Rock Austin, WrestleMania 17, Hunter versus.
I mean, even if we do an entire night of, dedicated to one wrestler.
Yeah, yeah.
A Pete Dunne night, a Tyler Bate night, a Nakamura night. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Well, then we can also put out polls. Who do you want the next
Yeah, yeah.
night to be?
Yeah. That would
And you could theme them then between factions as well.
Yeah.
Easy. Easy, this job.
It really is. And I've heard that bed squeak more times in the last hour and a half than I've heard in the last 3 years. So, do we continue? Because we've been doing this for nearly 2 hours now.
I think this is done.
This is done.
Yeah, I'm getting tired now.
Yeah. We
Got
have
a lot of
talked.
driving to do
Yes.
tomorrow, lad.
Yes. So thank you very much. Ollie, I know you're still here. But thank you for that gifted sub to Monkey. Monkey does appreciate that. I think that's what he would say if he was here.
He did say, to be fair. Thanks for the sub.
He did.
Ollie Deagle.
So
Just.
thank you very much. Appreciate it. I'm not gonna go there. But join us very, very soon where I am vlogging most of tomorrow. Where 100%, I'm not going to miss this opportunity to not post something monumental that gets put on my YouTube channel. So as always,
Monumental of us driving around looking for car park.
So from me and my co-host, thank you very much. If you want to see more content like this, where we do set up Zoom calls in order for having these conversations.
Well, it's a long journey for an hour.
For an hour and a half.
Yeah.
But we
we
do need to do this a lot more.
You're gonna have to go opposite direction at some point.
Oh yeah. I'll jump on the train if they're not still on strike.
They'll have to pick you up.
I'll to meet us halfway.
Alright, here we go. Learn to drive.
I know, I do need to get my lesson sorted. But that's for me uncle. I need to do that for. So, as always, we've literally got a minute and a half before we do this, ending in 2 hours. So I think we might as well get it to the 2 hour mark. Thank you very much, everybody who's been in the chat, everybody who's jumped in, everybody who's left predictions. Jump into the stream next time we're on. And until tomorrow's monumental, historic, wonderbar event. Yes. It was very, very, very gay. But in a room full of 70,000 people tomorrow, I think
it will not be gay.
It will not be gay. It's gonna be.
We've got anything wrong.
No, of course not. We like this LGBT community.
We're not phobic.
No. So as always, nah. Take care.
Spike
your hair. Take it easy. And what do we always say when we end? Transition!